Thanks for staying tuned. In this video, I'm going to give you guys some quick tips on getting started investing in real estate for those of you guys who want to invest in Baltimore real estate. Things that I would have liked to know when I first got started, so enjoy. Number one, I would say location, location, location. Those are three things that everybody knows are important in real estate. But Baltimore is not a monolith. There's different neighborhoods, even within a block, like the 4300 neighborhood of a block could be a different investment scenario than the 4100 neighborhood of a block. So learn zip codes. I would say don't try to learn Baltimore City. Take 2 zip codes, study them, learn them, know what a deal is in that zip code, know what houses are renting for in that zip code. And that way you'll start to learn different blocks, different neighborhoods within those zip codes, and you'll get a better feel and it'll be an easier way to learn versus you trying to learn the whole Baltimore City, because there's a lot going on and you really won't be able to recognize deals at a quick pace if you're trying to learn everything at once. So if you just narrow it down to two zip codes, and you'll be able to feel deals from those zip codes. You'll know the rents, and you'll feel more confident when you're talking to other investors. You can tell people who are wholesalers or something like that that, hey, I'm looking for this criteria in these zip codes. And it'll also help you sound a lot more polished of an investor, even though you're a newbie. You sound a lot more serious versus saying I'm trying to invest in Baltimore. It's a big place to say you're trying to invest in. So learn 2 zip codes. And then here's something that's probably not in too many YouTube videos because it's new for this year, is you need to have your rental licenses. For those people who comment below, I'll give you guys a number to the guy that I've used and I had success with. Not an endorsement of him, but I've used them, had success with them. But you have to comment below on this video and like this video. Help me out and I'll help you guys out with somebody that I know and I use personally. So rental license, you need to have that before you start renting out houses, because you need to make sure that you're not a slum landlord. So you need to have somebody come in there and inspect. And if your rental license isn't up to date, you can't put the person out anyway. So you need to make sure you have your rental license. It's $30, and make sure that you have your lead cert. Lead cert is important. If you don't go lead free, or your house was built before 1978 and you can't prove that it's lead free, you need a lead cert. A lead cert, there's a lot of lead paint in Baltimore. That's something that you guys need to be on top of, because you can get sued for a lot of money. The lead cert limits the amount that you can be fined in a lawsuit, and it also keeps everybody safe, because you let the tenant know that there might be some lead in this house and be careful, or get it lead free. It's going to cost a little bit more money to do that, but if you get it lead free, it's no liability. But for somebody just starting out, it might not be plausible right away to take a house, take all the lead out, and go lead free. So you need to have that lead cert, and it goes with your registration and your rental license. So you need that inspection and your lead cert, and you need to make sure that stuff is in good standing, because for protection of the tenant and the protection of yourself. Can't put the tenant out if you haven't got your rental license. And that is something that's new to the city this year, because they were saying like it's just for everyone's benefit if every house has to get inspected. And then I would say this one, pick your poison is the next one. Are you going to deal with market rate, or are you going to deal with Section 8? Both of them have their pluses and minuses. Both of them have their headaches and benefits. So just pick your poison if you're going to deal with Section 8 or market rate, especially on like your first deal. Have a plan to how you're going to go, because you can find out what is needed for the Section 8 inspection. So you can go ahead and plan that beforehand. And if you're going to go market rate, you can go ahead and get your guy in there to come and inspect the property, and that's a separate inspection. And you can go and get your guy inspect the property beforehand, and then he can let you know what you're going to need to fix, what needs to be fixed. If you're going to do renovations, you may be able to bring them in during the process, like, hey, I'm almost done, but before I pay my contractor, before I punch out my contractor, if you're doing a renovation, hey, can you come past and do this inspection and let me know if there's anything that he missed. So that way you can plan ahead if you know what you're going to do. Section 8 inspection, Section 8 is going to come out and inspect the property on their own time, and they're going to let you know what they say. So that's how I would do it, and that's how we get started off rental investing. So find 2 zip codes, make sure you're on top of your licenses and everything before you start renting. And pick your poison, learn if you're going to do Section 8, You're gonna learn that, learn the rental laws and all that kind of stuff, because market rate Section 8 determines what you're going to get in rent. So if you don't know how much you're looking to get in rent or what you can rent your house for, it's hard to do the numbers to know if you're going to buy a deal or not. So these are things that are down the line that you have to worry about, but you kind of have to put them onto the front end, because if you don't know how much you're getting in rent, then you don't know how much you can pay for a house. So I would say be mindful when you get the house, to know that you're going to have to hit the ground running and get your rental licenses, get your lead cert, protect yourself. Those are some things. You can't just go out and rent a house. You have to make sure you know how much you're going to get in rent and know the strategy that you're going to use to get tenants, Section 8 or market rate, or a mixture of both, depending on how many houses you're starting out with, and then learn those 2 zip codes. So if you want to get started, man, the first step is learn those zip codes, and then start looking into the neighborhoods and look at what you can get in rent, Section 8 market rate, and then once you're getting ready to go, get your inspectors in there and get your rental license and do it right. So this is Nick checking out. Hope that helps jumpstart people looking to get into rental real estate. Any questions, leave a comment below, like and subscribe. And if you're looking for a rental inspector, like I said, like and comment below, and I'll give you guys my guy's number. So this is Nick checking out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week.